So the second speaker for today is Savita Jhingan. She has been a collector, or rather, she has made transition from a collector to a philatelist 45 years ago, and has been actively following this hobby for a long time. And she has had the privilege of working with distinguished philatelists like Robson Lau, D.N. Jatia, and who have had a profound influence on her pursuits. She also, along with her husband, has been a very active researcher, and they've been promoting the hobby in India for more than 40 years. Various shows, quizzes, all kinds of activities, stamp popularity polls, etc. She's also an accomplished writer. She's contributed philatelic articles in national mainstream media. She's a recognized philatelist, interviewed on radio and television. She's got a website, co-webmaster of Stamps of India Collector's Companion. She's designed many special postmarks, special covers, Maxim cards. And she's been an active exhibitor as well since 1982 and has participated in various exhibitions in India and all over the world. Her current exhibit is From India to Space. It's been exhibited in various shows again across the world and awarded good medals for those. And it really documents the journey of India's space mission from the early years to now. So I think it's very timely, Savita, that we have you here because we've just marked the safe return of Wing Commander Shubhanshu Shukla, who was the second Indian in space and the first on the International Space Station. So, and we'd love to hear more about India's space journey. So I'm going to stop sharing and over to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I guess it'll be different time zones across the world. We've already counted 9 different countries from where we have participants. And it's an honor for me to present and talk about my exhibit, From India to Space. And as we rightly mentioned, that India is going places with the latest journey to by Mr. Shukla to space and back home safely. So my exhibit basically traces the journey that India has made into space, starting from early rocketry. Now, as this exhibit was also displayed during the first AMSI, I'm not going to go into major details about the exhibit itself, but basically speak about various landmarks that India has conquered across the years when we began our journey. One very interesting thing I would like to say is that even though I've included Stephen Smith cover, because as and when I've been exhibiting, I've been told this should be included, but there is currently a lot of debate as to what is the threshold of space. So do we really technically qualify this as journey into space? So I leave it up to learned listeners as to see whether this is correctly placed, or as everyone who guides me into making the exhibit to include it in the exhibit. So we've had a lot of experiments that have taken place within India, and my exhibit does document them and show them, but I have kept it limited to the early rocketry that took place within India, with Stephen Smith being the leader. For anything new to begin, a lot of experimentation does happen. So they were compressed air and gas experiments for rockets that also did take place. And then with the advent of space exploration across the globe, India also participated in various experiments and flights that did take place right from Apollo 5 till later, as you will see from the exhibit. So this is across various years, and India has documented all these flights. I am holding on to the display for some time so that people can see, because when the exhibit is there in the exhibition, at times we tend to glance through and not see it. So hence I am holding on to the visuals for a few seconds so that people can see it. India has participated in space programs not only with the US but with Soviet Union as well. And our first man on the moon from India, Rakesh Sharma, was also in a collaboration flight with Soviet Union. So here are some of the collaboration rocket flights covers, documentation is there. Tumba being one of the key locations from where the Indian rockets have taken place. Basically, the exhibit documents the transition in technology that has taken place from the early experiments to the current high technology. A lot of the rockets have also put satellites into orbit, and they have been used, and India has been leading in placement of satellites in orbit. For us, ISRO has been one of the key players in development of space technology. Something very interesting for the exhibit has been trying to put together and identify the various covers and how to get them, because the place from where the rockets are launched is in a restricted zone. So to be able to get any philatelic items from there is like a task, and it requires a lot of intervention from people that be to be able to get any items which are postmarked from the post office. However, a lot of international launches have got interesting postmarks and items that have been included in the exhibit. Aryabhatta being one of the earliest satellites that was launched. And this is not the Apple computer. And then we have the INSAT, which is the Indian National Satellite System that has been launching satellites for various usages, including broadcasting. India has come a long way in its space journey from using international locations for their launches to now launching international satellites from India. And of course, there have been people from Indian origin who have been part of the international space journey, including Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams. And of course, our own rocket man. Sriharikota is also a very, very important place for us from where a lot of our space program launches happen. And India has achieved landmark success with our moon space program. And it has been a great achievement for India to be on the moon. And definitely a proud moment to see the Indian national flag flying there. And of course, Aditya, meaning the sun in Sanskrit, is also a very, very interesting mission that the Indian space has undertaken. And when we have attempted to be on the moon and the sun, why not Mars? So our Mangalyaan, which is a mission to Mars, has also As I mentioned, Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to be in space. And as this exhibit was made earlier than our latest addition to space, so that cover will get added at a later stage when I exhibit. So this is a journey through my exhibit, which is titled From India to Space. And India has a long way to go to achieve many more milestones and achieve a lot more success with its space mission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Savita ji. It is really great hearing you speak.